Dynasty Warriors Origins has not left my mind since its release in January, and that's for a multitude of reasons. It's such a great game that I have been struggling to think of how I can properly express that in a full review of this game. So instead of doing a full review at this point, I thought I could just touch on some random topics instead. Hello everyone, my name is Gildart, and I think romance options should be added to Dynasty Warriors if we do end up getting a sequel to Origins in the future. Before we get into things, just gonna throw out a spoiler warning if you care about the Bond conversation details. The story in the most recent mainline Muso title is incredibly in-depth and much more gripping than other entries. Characters lay themselves bare both emotionally and subtextually. Many of the characters' Bond conversations leave a lot to the imagination, to say the least. Lu Bu saying he's gonna make you his, Yue Ying planning to build a life-size and proportionately accurate doll of you, Diao Chan being the clear romance option of the narrative. It all fits so perfectly into a game that has romance options. But alas, Origins does not. Now, this is something that could easily be patched in down the line by including a way to select a romance option. Like, bonds could be more of a friendship meter and a new romance meter could be introduced. Maybe gifts could be given to officers who will appear randomly next to cities controlled by their kingdom. I would also make it so that you have to either be associated with that person's army, or you have to be a free officer in order to romance characters to encourage multiple playthroughs. And of course, you can only romance one character per playthrough, though I do think their romance meter shouldn't reset every time you start from a new restart point. I'd also make it so that only certain characters can be romanced by the time you reach certain chapters. Like, Diao Chan should only be able to be fully romanced after Chibi. You would also have to figure out which items are preferred by which officers. And if you give them something wrong, maybe the romance meter goes down, but not their bond. Obviously, the game should show you whether a character likes or dislikes an item once you give it to that character for the first time. Maybe coloring the text or putting an icon next to the item's name. Once you've maxed out their romance, you can give them a unique item that completes things, and we get this nice conversation to close things out. In a recent interview, producer Tomohiko Sho said that the BL vibes from a lot of the male characters was a surprise to him, but he didn't think it was a bad choice. Just that he would rein it in a bit for the sequel if they do that. While I do think reining it in makes sense for the Bond conversations, especially for those characters who canonically have a partner like Yue Ying, even though her Bond conversation is peak, I just don't want them to remove these moments completely because some of them do make a whole lot of sense. Like Li Dian slowly growing more fond of Ziluan over a shared interest in both academics as well as warfare. I think there is a way to incorporate same-sex romance options here, and I would love to see the option to select your gender in a sequel. I mean, I would prefer full character customization, but that's a topic for another video. In the meantime, what do you think? Should the sequel to Origins include actual romance options, or should it be patched into the game now? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe or follow for more. Also, if you'd like to help support this channel and what I do here, you can join the guild just like these awesome people that you're seeing on screen right now. You can join them at the end of every single video for just $1 a month over on Patreon or through YouTube memberships, or you can donate in a one-time fashion and join the volunteer unit over on Ko-fi or through super chats during live streams. A special shout out to the guild generals Beggy Begbeg, Loose Chojin, and Todd for supporting this channel at the top tier. There are other rewards and other tiers as well, so check out the links that you see on screen, and I will see you all down in the comments.